What's up, everyone? It's DSP here, and probably this is going to be the most honest video I've ever made. It's going to be shooting from the hip, but I'm also going to be very careful what I say, obviously for legal reasons, because of what's going on right now. And I really don't know where I'm going to go with it. This is actually take two, because take one I really just rambled on like a fucking moron and didn't know what I wanted to say. But basically, as you know, past 2 years I've been making videos on YouTube, and this has always been my side thing. This has always been my hobby, my, the thing that I do for, free time, because I love video games. So I do video game playthroughs, comedy videos, game reviews, things like that. Well, bottom line is this: I went into work today and they laid me off. So I no longer have a full-time job. I'm unemployed. And this means a lot of things. Some good, some bad. I see both sides of every situation. I try to look at it and take everything with a grain of salt and understand. The thing is this, it's easy to be very negative and say, oh, this is bullshit, America sucks, the economy sucks, they're laying everyone off. And I'm sure that a lot of people watching this video know someone personally, either a friend, either a loved one, a relative who's been laid off recently. Because it's happening all over the country, and to be frank, it's happening all over the world in a lot of these economies. So yeah, I'm taking it as a good and bad. And here's what I say. Obviously the bad. The bad is this: I don't have a job. But the good news is this: I wasn't fired. You know what I mean? I didn't leave. So I'm actually getting a severance package that should at least take care of me for a couple of months, hopefully through the holidays. And so that would be great. Especially with the holidays coming up, you got to be careful with everything going on, and especially when you're out of work, you got to be careful what you spend. And so I'm thinking a lot. I'm thinking a lot about things, about what I'm doing with YouTube, about whether or not I want to go back to the kind of job that I was just in, whether I want to, now that I have the time. I've always said I do my YouTube videos as a side project, as a hobby. Well, now that I have the time to do it, can I put full time, like this is a real job? Can I put 8 to 10 hours a day into it of effort and see if I can turn this into something that could be a job? Because a lot of people, let's be honest, there are people on YouTube, Nigga Higa, alright, he's the only one that I like. Oh, Shaytards too, he's good too. These people took this normal stuff that they were doing in comedy videos and stuff, and they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. So, it's possible to do it. And is that something that I want to do? Is that what I want to go with my life? Especially being that you don't know what's going to happen. I mean, it could go one way where I become popular and that works. It could go another way where I become popular, but then all of a sudden the fad dies out, and now what am I going to do for work? Or it could just be that I put all this time and effort and money into it and it doesn't work at all. So yeah, it's a big chance. It's a big gamble. One thing I do want to say, a lot of people at my job knew that I did make videos on YouTube, and a lot of people have seen this. So everyone at my job, I just want to say, well, at my former job, I just want to say, without, obviously divulging too much personal information, thank you. I enjoyed my 5 years there. All of you made it a great time, and, I'm looking at this in a positive light rather than a negative light. You don't have to worry about me. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to figure this out, and I'm going to either, I'm going to rethink what I'm doing with my life, and we're going to go from there and see where it happens. Like I said, this isn't the first time I've lost a job in my life. I am going to basically brush myself off. I'm going to stand back up after getting knocked down, and I'm going to go out there and figure out what to do. And it's going to be okay. Things are going to work out. There are concerns. For example, I just moved into this condo a year ago, and in America, no one has money to buy a condo or anything outright. Everyone's poor. Everyone puts everything on credit. So, of course, I have a mortgage. So, I'm paying a mortgage on this condo right now. That's a big concern. It's a big payment every month. And in a couple of months, when this severance package runs out, where am I going to get that money from? That's a major fucking concern. And I have bills. I have credit card debt. I have other things going on that, it is definitely a worry and a concern of where the money's going to come from. But what I can say is this. I thought about it already, and I think at least for the next couple of months, while I'm maybe searching for a full-time job, I might start taking YouTube seriously. I might try to figure out how to basically turn this into a job. It's a possibility, right? And it might not mean that I'm just going to do playthroughs anymore, because let's be honest, everyone knows you can't sell a playthrough. You can put it online, you might be able to get around putting ads on it, but you can't sell it. It's not a product you can sell. So whether that means that I figure out a way to turn my commentary into a product. I don't know if anyone's seen this this place called Riff Tracks before, but basically it's a bunch of the guys who used to do the Mystery Science Theater 3000 TV and movie series went ahead and now they do live commentary over new movies. And they know they can't record the movies and redistribute the movies, so they actually record their commentary during the movie and then they sell it online. And what you do is you play it while you're watching the movie as if you're watching a Mystery Science Theater 3000 episode. That's something I might be able to do. The only problem with that is think about how long a damn video game is. You know, movie's an hour and a half, video game's 10 hours. Try, you know, lining up 10 hours of audio. Not easy, not an easy thing to do. But I might branch out and try to do other videos. I know that I've had lots of ideas about things I've always wanted to do. Project 7, which has been on the back burner for almost a year now because I just don't have time to do that kind of video editing and put the effort into it that I want to. I know I mentioned before about doing maybe a wrestling series, talking about that. There's a lot of things. Oh, by the way, I'm sweating like crazy. It has nothing to do with getting laid off. It's actually, if you can believe it, it's like heavy rain outside. But the game Heavy Rain, it's pouring outside. It's like the worst weather in a long time. And it's hilarious that this is the day when they're laying people off at my former job, that they pick this kind of weather to do it. But yeah, it is what it is, and so I'm thinking about, gee, do I want to do YouTube full-time? It is something that I might do, but I don't know for sure if it's going to pay off. It could end up being something that doesn't pay off, and then what's going to happen to me? I don't know. But one thing I have decided on is that at least for the next couple of months through the end of 2010, I am going to stick to most of the playthroughs that I've said in my game schedule I'm going to play, and the reason is this. When I balance, you know, the little bit of money that I do make from doing the videos, it basically breaks even. You know, on all these games that you see me playing, people say, how do you afford it? Well, remember, you know, some people give me donations, which is nice. I do make a very, very small amount of money from the stuff that I make on Cafe Press, the merchandise. And in addition to that, obviously, I have a YouTube partner channel where, you know, ads and things like that are on it, and I do make some money there. From what I've estimated, it should be enough to basically play the games that I've wanted to play, and all the major releases basically coming out for the next couple of months. So, ironically, for the viewer, this is a great thing, because I'm going to be doing videos a lot more. I mean, like right now, I'm in the middle of Dead Rising 2, and I haven't had a lot of time to play it. Now I have a lot of time to play it, and actually John Rambo's coming over very soon. We're going to start a video up, and we're going to play it together. So, game-wise and video-wise, this is great news, but life-wise, this sucks for me, being completely honest. So, a couple things I want to throw out there, and by no means am I asking or begging for anything. Like I've always said, any help that anyone gives me is massively appreciated. Some ideas, first of all. I think what I'm going to do is, like I talked about a couple weeks ago, John Rambo's back from Japan now. I think what we'll do is actually look at some of the joysticks that I have over here, and we'll look to either sign them and maybe sell them on eBay. We're going to custom mod some of them. A lot of people have seen some of these joysticks and liked them a lot. Remember the Blanca stick I made last year? Well, we're going to try to custom modify a lot of these joysticks and make them like special editions, and we're going to try to sell them. That might be a good way for us to raise funds. In addition to that, there's going to be some other stuff I'll be doing, but more on that later. I don't want to really get into it until I really have time to think about it, because like I said, right now I'm shell-shocked. I just got home from work, from them basically sending me home, laying me off, and I'm kind of just like, in fact, I'm going to look at the length of time this video is right now, because I know I'm rambling, and I knew I was going to do that. Oh, it's only 9 minutes. That's not bad. Jeez, I've gone 25 minutes before. Forgive me, because like I said, I have so many thoughts and things going through my head right now that, you know, some negative stuff, obviously, because when you have something like this happen, you have negative feelings about yourself and how you were thought of by your management. But at the same time, a lot of stuff happened that kind of led up to this. That really wasn't in anyone's control. It was just kind of a lot of stuff going on. So again, I don't want to get too much into it, but wow. I'm just like, I'm tongue-tied, because there's so many people right now who are going through this. It's not just me, you know. Everyone, like I said, has a friend or a loved one or someone who's probably been laid off. You know someone, and it's like, wow. For me, I can actually say I actually feel better off than the majority of people who are getting in this situation right now, because at least I have a side project going on for me. I have this thing on YouTube going on. You know, I have dedicated fans who support me, and let me just tell you this, because this is the honest truth from the heart. You know, there's some days when I wake up and I feel like shit, and not just, you know, physically, but mentally. You know, I beat myself up some days about things that have happened, maybe at work, maybe something in my personal life, maybe my performance in a game. And then I go online and I see thousands of people basically saying, Phil, thank you so much. You're a great person for what you do. You're funny. You're entertaining. You seem like a genuinely nice guy. And that helps. It really does. It's kind of like having an extra support system on top of my family and my friends. And it is amazing. And I'm wondering, you know, maybe this is the age where it's really the first time where you've had that kind of a thing, because where else, besides maybe being a movie star or something like that, where else do you have that kind of support system and that kind of feedback from people? I mean, it's amazing. It's an amazing thing. This whole YouTube experiment has been an amazing thing. So, you know, I could sit here and I could be a negative, you know, asshole, and I could swear and stamp my feet and say, oh, those motherfuckers and this and that, but bottom line is this: it's life, things happen, and there's different kinds of people. There's those who are defeated, there's those that give up, there's those that throw tantrums and have fits, and there's those that get back up off the ground, brush themselves off, and try to figure out what the hell to do, and that's what I'm going to do. So fuck that. I'm not going to be negative. I'm going to try to figure shit out. It's that simple. So yeah. And again, I don't know if YouTube full-time is something that I'm definitely going to do. But if it is, I just gotta say, all you people on YouTube better fucking look out, because now you got someone who actually has time, you know, effort, talent, you know, and I'm gonna put it towards this, and if it works out, you're in trouble. You know, the days of fucking acting like a 5-year-old and editing your voice to sound like an annoying, high-pitched kid and going over the internet and somehow getting popularity, those days are over. Because talented people are actually going to now start to use this medium, and hopefully it will turn out to be something worthwhile rather than just a complete waste of time, which is what I've seen from a lot of these people. So that's that. I'm not going to go on too much longer, but obviously I got to get plugs in, especially now. And if you hate on me for trying to get plugs in when I get laid off, fuck you. Don't watch my videos. Go ahead and make a negative comment. I'll block you 10 ways from fucking Sunday. First of all, I have merchandise, as you can see, on Cafe Press. It's at www.cafepress.com/darksidephil. I actually just updated the site. If you remember the other shirt that I had, it was the logo with my face on it, which is on my Twitter page. Hold on, so you can see it. I actually have it on the bottle here. This logo, I contacted the fan who made this logo, and he blew it up for me, and I've now made a whole new line of t-shirts with the bigger logo. They look great. Way better than the old ones where it was way smaller. So go check that out. I do make a small amount of profit off of the stuff that I sell on Cafe Press. Very small, but I do make it. Donations, I do accept donations through PayPal. You go to paypal.com and send donations to darksidephil@hotmail.com. All that information is both on the DSP Gaming page. I think it's on the King of Hate HD page. It's on the Dark Side Phil page. So please, again, if anyone wants to, I'm not begging, I'm not even asking, I'm just throwing it out there. If you want to contribute towards the cost of games, towards what I'm doing, and again, please, if you're going to donate, do it for that. Do it because you like what I do, you think I'm entertaining, and you want to see me keep doing it. Don't do it because of pity or anything like that. I am not by any means asking for that. Because, like I said, I'm the kind of person, I'm going to dust myself off, I'm going to get through this, and I'm going to figure shit out with my life. So, you don't have to worry about me. You really don't. But, obviously, especially with the holidays coming up and all the games coming out, anything that you can contribute will help. And if if I get enough donations, and I have the time, which it looks like I'm going to have, I might be able to play more games than what I even announced over here. I mean, there were some days where there were 2 to 3 games coming out. Now I might be able to actually play them all rather than have to pick and choose between them. But we'll see what happens. I'm obviously going to be looking for a job as well, so it's not like I'm going to 100% be making videos. But yeah, and like I said, coming up, we'll be looking at maybe doing custom joysticks and things like that. Please continue to watch my videos. I wouldn't doubt if this video ends up being very highly viewed simply because of what happened. So let me give this a chance to just give a shout out to all of them, for the people who've helped me. You know, all the people, first of all, and I'm not going to name names because there's so many people that have helped me I can't even remember, and I apologize, but people who've made backgrounds for me, people who've made custom songs for me, and Ghost Drone, I don't know where you went, man, but You know, a lot of people love your stuff and want you to come back, but the other people that have done it as well. My friends, my family, the people who, you know, I met through YouTube who've helped me out. And, you know, some people who have actually become really special to me. This whole YouTube thing's been amazing. It's changed my life in a massive way. You know, this could have been a situation where I got laid off and I had absolutely nothing going for me, and I would end up being a depressed mess, and who knows what would have happened. But because of what's going on with YouTube, I have something going on, and that is something that, you know, a lot of people can't say. I am extremely grateful for that. I am extremely grateful for every view that I get on my videos. And so I do want to kind of apologize to anyone who maybe, you know, sometimes I get angry, sometimes when I shoot from the hip and I'm honest, sometimes I overdo it. And so, you know, I might be reading a comment and someone leaves a negative comment, and sometimes it's really nasty. And let me just tell you, if you leave a really nasty comment on a video, you're getting blocked. I've said that 100 times. But sometimes there are people who just like might say not a really hateful remark, but something negative, and I take it the wrong way and I block them. So I apologize to those people. I hope you don't take it personally, because I don't mean it personally. It's just sometimes I get a temper and I fly off the hook, and that's what happens. Well, I am so grateful for everything that has been going on in my life for the past 2 years, and I hope everyone understands that, and I'm not going anywhere. Let's put it that way. I'm going to be alright. I'm going to stay strong. I'm going to keep making videos. I'm going to put my head together with my friends. We're going to try to figure out what we can do. If maybe we can turn this into a full-time gig, that would be amazing. If not, well, this is just the next step in my life, and trying to find out what I'm going to do for the rest of it. Maybe I'm not cut out to sit in an office. I don't know. But that's what I've done for 5 years, and I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. So, that's it. I don't want to go on too long. But I wanted to definitely get this off my chest and talk a little bit about it. And we'll go from here. We'll see where life goes from here. So this is DSP. Stay positive. It's the only thing you can really do to get through life. And I hope that, I'm breaking up like a fucking pussy, but I hope that everyone understands, you know, that positivity is really the way that you can succeed. And if I had never taken a positive attitude towards anything, I never would have gotten anywhere in life. And that is really the only way to live your life. So, alright, this is DSP, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks a lot.